First of all, I agree completely that speaking is action. And I forget the guy's name. Left a comment that he said, Mr. Crossland, I hope you find my video. No, that wasn't the right one. Wait a minute. Actions speak louder than words. One day you will realize that. That's from TV Guitars. And he's right too, because the important thing is to make a change in the way we behave in the actual physical world, not just what we say in the matrix, in the virtual reality. And although it's real, we're really talking to each other. We're really people talking to each other. We still lead separate lives, but nonetheless, words can still be actions. Speaking is acting because we don't realize that our minds control our bodies. Or they don't control our bodies, but they direct our bodies. And our minds are all made of words. And if we can communicate, we can organize our words better. And we organize them with each other. And it's to the extent that we're cooperating and communicating with others to make this organization, it's a stronger and more secure organization because it's maintained by more than one individual. It's maintained by a community, a global consciousness. But I just watched ZZZ33333's video response to you, and I agreed with everything he said because you're right. You're right that we need to unify on some level, but we can't unify on a physical level, on a personal level, because we all have different ideas about how to correctly express our experience in this world. Now, we're all human beings, no doubt. But he said we need to retribalize, and I agree with that. We need to be in smaller communities of like-minded individuals who can work together for a common goal, living amongst other small communities of people working together for a common goal, all trading with one another. Sure, if you want to transfer to another tribe, sure, go for it. As long as you're like-minded people, there's never going to be any conflict. And, when there's tribes that are really different from other tribes, you put them in between a circle of tribes that aren't so distant from this really radical tribe's beliefs, so that those middle tribes can mediate between the other tribes that wouldn't really agree with this really extreme tribe. So everybody mediates, and there's no clash, there's no warfare anymore. There's a bunch of talking, people arguing with each other about what is most rational, what makes the most sense, what brings the most well-being to the most people. And ZZZ33333, wish I knew his name, but he said Iraq is Bush's attempt at world unity. Or I'm paraphrasing, but basically Bush is trying to do exactly what you're saying, Ian. He's trying to spread democracy around the world and homogenize everybody into this postmodern Western society where we shop at the supermarket for our food. We're trying to force that on everybody, on people that want to go to the marketplace outside in the open air with the fresh vegetables and the freshly killed animals, and there's so much more life there. I mean, I'm not gonna get all romantic and say how much we really, even us Westerners, developed Westerners, miss the purity and the honesty of that way of life. That's probably true for most of us, but I don't even want to argue for that. It's just that we're trying to force our lifestyle onto the rest of the world, and globalize and homogenize and spread this American hegemony on everybody, and that's not unity. That's called fascism. That's a corporate monarchy. That's not unity, because unity is diversity and a higher level of complexity at the same time in a greater cooperative ecosystem. So with the level of the ecosystem, oh yeah, it's all unified, but each individual part is doing its own little thing. They just work together for the greater whole, but the whole is not equal to the individual. Each individual cannot be homogenized. Can't force others to be like us. And yeah, we definitely got to do more hanging out, because that's what everything does. Everything hangs out. You ever watched a cat before? Just pay attention to the animals. What the fuck? They eat once in a while, but most of the time they're just hanging out. So let's hang out. Oh no, we got work to do first, and then we can hang out. You know what I'm saying.